Hi guys. All right, Saggies. So this is going to be a story that focuses on what is the clean slate. So I know life gets really busy, really murky sometimes, but it's nice to sometimes take a deep breath and say, hey, you know what? We can start fresh. So what area are we going to start fresh in? Obviously, I'm using a white backdrop. Everything's all white, white, white because I'm looking for the sense of I don't want to call it a do-over, but a sense that you know what, we really can cleanse something, some piece of our lives, and we can start over again, and we can have that clean slate that could talk about being forgiven, that could talk about a lot of different things. So we just got two cards for you: slow and steady and metamorphosis, card 12 and card 25. The way I would look at this is the clean slate is who we are growing into. We haven't yet fully finished that transformation yet, but that's okay because every day it's actually going to get better, and we're going to see the world through different eyes. We're going to see things in our life transforming. This is about being patient enough to say it's a process, it's a journey. You know, we didn't become a full grown adult like that. We had to first be a baby, and to be a baby first we had to be in gestation for 9 months. And so like there was a lot of there's phases of life where things are happening but we don't see it yet. um and I feel like that's the clean slate here. Is it's more of the anticipation that we get to still have a life that's going to look different than it does right now. We are actually in process of maybe forgiving ourselves or forgiving someone else, or we're in the process of changing something, but it is taking time, but it's allowing us time to grow and adjust. Settle down, love. Settle down. No, no, my baby. Come here. Come see mama. You gonna settle? There's my boy. There my boy is. There's my good boy. Hi. 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 You gonna be quiet now for mama? Here, you wanna come up? Aries has just been protecting, protecting. I know. You've been noisily protecting, and I feel very safe. Thank you for a very good job. Now, can mom do what she must? He look, when he needs attention, he gets attention. That's just my rule. So, sorry if that's annoying to anybody out there, but um I tried to edit out his barking at least because I know that that's like, oh, what I was trying to say before my little protector did his little duty and protected all of us is just that it takes time for like babies to be able to hold their heads up, and we know that, right? We're fine with that. So why would we not allow ourselves the same like time that we need to go through a major transformation? Because especially when we're talking about something as profound as a metamorphosis, uh, giving ourselves the grace to transform slowly, it's really just like accepting that everything takes a process. This could be about grieving and healing. This could be about turning ourselves into like a new, like more athletic version of ourselves. That definitely takes time. We got to build cardiovascular strength and muscle mass and all that. So there's a lot to being graceful enough to say, I do know that things are changing. My clean slate, my fresh start is just around the corner. Somebody could be finishing even like I want to say like maybe somebody's doing community service, and it's like I'm almost done. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I, you know, really shouldn't have, done this or that, and it got me into some trouble. But I'm almost out of that. I'm almost done with that. You know what's interesting? I've gone a whole wrong direction with that. Maybe that's a side note. Maybe someone has been cleaning up different aspects of their life, and it's taken some time, but we're getting there. But now that we have the Six of Cups, the soulmate energy, our clean slate is actually someone might have been cleaning up their life, but it is because they're intending on having a return and a do-over with a soulmate. Somebody is on their way back in, possibly to the individual they have a child with. This is beautiful. This could be the clean slate. Is yes, I could see us slowly rebuilding this and actually transforming something into an incredible romance, an incredible return to believing in love again. We did just get the sun in the reverse. Leo energy. This could represent. I'm not 100% sure yet of how it's going to go, but I would like to at least explore this because the idea of this makes me happy. It makes me happy to think about giving something another try. 8 of coins in the reverse. 8 of coins in the reverse. And this is interesting because you see it's like if I were to sew buttons back on somebody's jacket for them, if I were to mend and darn their attire, you know what? I'm actually not going to be the one who does all that. If we're starting over, if we're going through a transformation, if we're coming back together, if that's our clean slate, it's a true clean slate where we don't pick up with the delineation of what the duties were beforehand, especially if this is like a romance where two people are coming back together, maybe piecing the family back together, even piecing back together a friendship. One person is not going to be doing all of the, I'm going to stay at home and darn your socks for you and put buttons on everything, because those are like the fine details. But without buttons, guess what? We don't have clothes to wear because our shirt's not going to close. So although seemingly insignificant, whoever is sewing the buttons on is arguably the MVP in the household, right? Because if you didn't put my buttons on my shirt, I can't very well go to work with my chest hanging out all bare. So although the buttons could have been seen as insignificant, they were anything but insignificant. And I just feel like someone is not going to do all the work of the detail stuff that really becomes like the glue that holds a unit together or holds a household together or holds a relationship together. And then the other person just kind of acts like, oh, that wasn't really much of anything, when in fact it was like, that was a really big deal. Like I was the glue that held this together, and I'm not going to be that glue this time. So again, a chance for a do-over, a chance for a clean slate means we're going to give this a fair chance, because there's something is here that is special. Okay, something is precious. That 6 of Cups says, no, this is important. This could be a parent and child working things out, like getting on the same page, but things are going to have to change. And that doesn't happen overnight. This is like our relationship keeps getting better. We're slowly rebuilding it, but it's not going to be the same relationship that it was. There have been lessons learned, and lessons still need to be learned, but that's what soulmates do. They help each other learn things, and not everything is going to feel super comfy. And we're also not going to know exactly whether or not this whole thing will work. But that's okay. We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a chance. I like the fact that somebody is not saying, "Oh, I'll do all the heavy lifting." 7 of Wands. Boy, what a gorgeous card. I don't know. I just think that's so impressive. This is about how we overcome obstacles, but she doesn't look at any of this as an obstacle, right? There is a little energy of defensiveness here, but she's a master with those sticks. This is somebody who's very skilled. She's trained in how to overcome obstacles. This is, yes, things need to change. I'm formidable, and you need to see me as that. You need to see me not as this delicate, beautiful flower, despite the fact she's in this gorgeous kimono and she has, these beautiful, I would say blooming magnolia tree above her. So everything is fragrant and sweet and beautiful, but look at how formidable she truly is. This is someone who's probably really well trained in self-defense tactics. So it's like, I'm not here to fight, but I'm also not here to be, how do I want to say it? Underestimated. And I think that's one of the other major things here is like, I'm not signing up for anything that's going to be overly complicated. I want, if I'm having a do-over with someone, they're gonna have to really get to know me, get to know the new me. And this could be in every aspect of life. Like I say, soulmate stuff does not have to be romantic. This could be, parent and child. And it's like, okay, but my parent they have to see me as someone who, they got to have respectful boundaries with me. Yes, they're my parent. Yes, I love them, but I'm not, I don't know that they understand yet that either they've been too pushy, too bossy, they've been trying to over involve themselves in things that I really need some space, and they've got to see me as an adult who makes my own choices. Or if this is about even friendships, it's like, yeah, but I'm not going to be the person who's kind of like a pushover, or, you know, they somebody's really got to respect me, because I'm changing the footing that we've had with each other. Um, and I feel like that's, again, the clean slate is we are transforming, and we're transforming the way someone is going to view us, because we are really stepping up and shining in the ways that are most important. Like, I would like to be more respected. I would like them to see me in a different light. I would like to see if they can see me in a different light, and then give me the respect that I am actually requiring. I don't want to say demanding, I'm saying requiring. It is required that I am treated with respect. And I think that that's kind of beautiful. Four of Coins. Four of Coins is holding on. It's also holding back. It's also, there's a little bit of like, we can't hold this pose for very long. So we're kind of waiting to see the way someone reacts. How do they treat us? Yes, there's a wonderful hope that this is going to be so smooth, but there's going to be details to work out. And we are kind of holding our breath just a little bit, like, does somebody understand? Do they understand how they have to treat me different? They have to look at this differently now. We've got the Chariot. Pretty nice. Cancerian energy. There's a real festive vibe to this, right? Kind of a disco energy to this, but she's got these wild like antlers on her forehead here as well. I gotta say, to me, this is looking like the story of an individual who feels, whether it's a masculine or a feminine, whatever the opposite energy is. And remember, we all have divine masculine and feminine in us. So although we see a picture of a female, this could be a man standing here. And although we see the antlers that would normally be found on a male deer, it could still be flipped over where a divine masculine wants to be identified like, yeah, and I have a softer side too. I am in harmony and in balance with both sides of my masculine and femininity. And what I want is a partner who can identify that, understand that, and give me basically like the respect and the support simultaneous. I want something that feels balanced. Or it's a feminine who says, yes, but I also have like my masculine trait where I too want to be seen as an equal. I want to be seen, again, respected and supported all at the same time. That's somebody's ideal energy flow for whatever kind of relationship they want to be in. Still true if we're talking about a parent and child relationship. I want to be respected, but of course, I still care about, my parent, and it feels good when my parent is, helpful and supportive, but within the boundaries of being like understanding that my life is mine, my decisions are mine. So I'm not always just going to take your advice, but yes, it's nice to have someone who is supportive without demanding that you need to do what I just told you to. That's the fine line here. So this is all about balance. And I feel like there's a lot of potential to move this relationship forward, to move this whole thing forward at this beautiful, beautiful pace, and have this incredible, I want to say these two are going to be really successful coming back together into harmony. Whether this is relationship of romance or non-romantic, it still looks like we are moving into a time of greater respect and harmony between these two. That's really nice, but we're not rushing it. This could be two people who've been estranged from each other for a long time. Parent and child didn't get along when we were teens. Now we're, I'm 30 and I'm ready to spend more time with mom or dad, and they really are like, we want to build this connection. These two want to build this connection. If it's about a romantic partnership, yes, we want to have this connection. So it's worth, really working to understand each other and give each other that respect and that support. So kind of a cool story. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. All right, bye.